and we've got enough people here, there's 3-minute limit for everybody. So, first one.
Very good. If it will please the board, I would like to simply issue my remarks standing up. I'm Roger Romanelli of Hillside, and I'm a volunteer for www.district87taxpayers.com. We're videotaping this meeting tonight for our neighbors in Bellwood, Berkeley, Hillside, Melrose Park, North Lake, and Stone Park. Sadly, the school board has proposed an enormous $105 million property tax increase on our families. Tonight, we're asking the school board some specific questions, and we'd like to receive those questions tonight, receive those answers tonight. If the school board chooses not to answer our questions and go into closed session, this will be recorded. Certainly, our community deserves the best schools. Question: do you board members really believe that our families can afford such a massive property tax increase? Do you know that our average family makes about $53,000 a year? You know this? Do you know that raising our property taxes could force people out of their homes and possibly into bankruptcy? Our property taxes are too high. Property taxes are a regressive form of taxation that hurt lower income people more disproportionately. And the truth is that we don't need to pay higher taxes to improve our schools. Last year, Governor Pritzker gave $31 million to one school in Chicago, one school that serves 460 students. District 87 serves almost 3,000 students. So we deserve a state grant that reaches almost $200 million based on the governor giving the other $31 million grant. Why isn't the school board asking for this money from state taxes that our families have paid for decades? We teach our children about state government and going to Springfield. Why isn't the school board going to Springfield first and getting the taxes that we have paid for years and years for our schools? Why isn't the board asking Congressman Davis and Congressman Garcia for federal funds too? Now, for the past 20 years, our families have paid higher property taxes to build 2 new schools and this office building. In fact, this year, this board owes us a property tax rebate, not an increase. Look at the video on our District 87 Taxpayers website. The superintendent tries to justify not giving us a rebate, saying, her words, if property tax bills go down with the rebate, it will make it harder for the school board to raise taxes back up. This is absurd. We've paid higher taxes for 20 years. Does this board believe that our families don't deserve a property tax rebate? Does this board believe that we shouldn't give a rebate because it would be harder to bounce our taxes back up?
Okay, excuse me, I don't want to interrupt you, but your time is up as far as you want to let everybody else.
I just have 2 more sentences.
Okay,
thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And thank you for your comment. Finally, on the same video, the superintendent compares fixing our homes to fixing our schools. She says it's time to tear down Sunnyside and MacArthur. They're about 60 years old, and build a brand new $72 million building with our higher taxes. That's not what our families do with our homes. My home is 65 years old. I can't afford to tear it down and build new, and neither can our families. Our community cannot afford this $105 million tax increase. Tonight, we're asking the board, will you withdraw your proposal? Thank you very much.
I'm speaking to you as a parent that have kids in the school system. I have been a volunteer. My kids that went here, I have raised 4 girls that all went to school here. One is in college, one is in high school in Proviso, and I have one at Sunnyside and MacArthur. And I'm speaking to you as a parent. I do not support a tax increase on my property tax. So far, since I've been here 20 years. My property taxes have went up through the roof. It has increased tremendously. I am at the point that I am considering moving because of the property taxes. So to have them raised again is just unnecessary. And furthermore, I, as a parent, if the school system was really good, I wouldn't mind supporting it. I would support it. But as under the school system is not good. We have teachers in there that really don't care a lot about the kids. We have some teachers that do care. We have a lot of inexperience teachers that are coming to the district, but I do commend Superintendent Travis for bringing African-American teachers finally in the school district, because for years, we've had none. So I do commend that, but I don't support a tax increase. You know, I don't think a lot of, I know her, Ms. Mason, and Mr. Hightower, I've seen him a couple of times in my neighborhood. I don't think everyone knows the gist of the people that live in the community. We have a lot of single parents, we have a lot of one-income earners in the community that have kids that go to the school. And a majority of people have moved out, and what they have done, they rent out their property. So their people are coming to the city because they're trying to get away from the crime that's going on, and they're renting apartments. So naturally, a property tax increase, it's going to filter down to them. And people just can't afford it. You know, if my property taxes go up an additional, $1,000 for the year, that's tremendous. I have a daughter in college, and I'm trying to raise the rest of my kids. It's just unexplainable. So I call some of my neighbors as well, because a lot of my neighbors do not send their kids to District 87. They don't, because the school system is not up to standard. So what do they have to do? Naturally, they have to send their kids to private school. I, on one hand, on my block, I'm the only one that send my kids there. Other kids send their kids to private school. I can't afford it. I have 4 kids. So to raise my property taxes, it'll run me out.
I have never attended any of these meetings, and I decided when I heard about the property tax increase, that's when I got involved. None of my neighbors, including myself, cannot afford an increase. I am the only working person in my household. My husband is a Navy. He's suffered 2 strokes, so there's really no way I can handle an increase, and I really would not like to leave Hillside. Hillside. So I really like for the board to reconsider this tax increase, because it would put a hardship on myself and a lot of my neighbors. And that's all I really wanted to say. Thank you.
I reside at 5152 Madison Street in Hillside, and I'm here to bring to your attention that the tax calculator on your webpage is misleading and outright wrong. The calculator accounts for the homestead and senior exemptions by deducting them from the EAV equalized valuation, assessed valuation, $10,000 for the homestead, $8,000 for the senior. It then uses the adjusted EAV and applies your 1.15% tax rate change factor to come up with your estimate of my tax increase. Now, I look at my actual tax bill in 2018. The homestead and senior exemptions come off after the total tax has been calculated. These deductions are fixed amounts that apply equally to all properties regardless of assessment. And I verified this on the tax bills of 2 of my neighbors. I'm sure if I continued that to other properties, I would find the same thing. The truth is that the homestead and senior exemptions do nothing to mitigate the tax increase that I'll see. In fact, this calculator understates the increase. I'll see the entire increase on my tax bill regardless of the exemptions. Furthermore, the calculator shows an excessive amount of the disabled person reduction. I know this because I've applied for it because my wife is disabled. The Cook County Assessor states that a disabled person obtains a $2,000 reduction in EAV, not the $2,500 that shows up on your calculator. This results in yet another understatement. Now, to add perspective, this referendum has kicked the local tax rate from 15% of EAV, that's off my tax bill, to 16.2%, or a 7.7% overall increase. Now, I am old enough to retire. But if I were to retire today, here in Illinois, in Hillside, my real estate taxes would be 18% of my Social Security check. Your one referendum, $105 million up front, $140 to $150 over the lifetime because of the amortized interest, will boost that to 20%, fully a fifth of my benefit just for property taxes. And that percentage is going to increase without bound to pay for overly generous and unfunded government pensions. I cannot afford to both retire and continue to live here and pay these taxes. After 66 years in Illinois, that's how old I am, and 40 of them in District 87, I expect to have to join everyone else in leaving Illinois. Now, I'm under the weather, and I will take my leave.
My name's Paul Straube. I'm in District 87 in Northlake, and I would like the board to not vote for new tax. Thank you.
My name is Sarah Lawler, and I've been living in Bellwood for probably about 10 years now. Okay? And I used to do a really pretty good income, about around this range, maybe 50. To get a raise every now and then. Okay? But now, my income is drastically commenced. Okay? And I really can't afford to pay this type of money. Okay? Because there's no way in the world I can find another job with the education that I have. Okay? To pay these properties. Okay? So I just really support this tax hike that you like support. And most of the people that I associate with, some of them work 2 to 3 jobs just to make ends meet. Okay? And I know they can't afford this property tax because they kind of like at the same income level, trying to stay afloat. So I'm just trying to figure out, are you running the people out of the community, or is that what the property tax hike is for?
I don't think so. I think we're trying to make it better for the kids in the community, really.
For the kids in the community?
Because we didn't provide step education in 87.
High school, yes, all the insurance, we didn't have that. I was one of
Well, I know we didn't have a lot of things.
okay, but a lot of stuff in gas is like 50 cents a gallon. So right now, everything is just really
Right. But I think the kids of today deserve to have things as good as we possibly can do for them.
Yeah, I think the kids deserve to have a parent at home with them. Okay, because they work in
I understand.
property.
No, I understand
And
that.
now it's going up there, who knows what's going to happen? And then that leaves the kids out in the sense of themselves. Okay, and they have to pick up a 4th job. That's insane, and
I think there's not enough hours in the day for you. More
Oh, I
jobs,
mean,
right?
I did 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But no,
We got a lot of people that do
Okay, and
work
then
2
kids
and 3
and
jobs.
themselves. And that's, where are they gonna go? The community center go around and vote.
Right.
Get involved. So
That's
I just don't see how we can do this and use the help of school. Okay, excuse me, so,
Why can't our elected officials talk to us and address these issues that our families have raised? Why can't we discuss that right now? You're our community members. Are you refusing to discuss with us
No.
your proposal?
Everyone was told that you've got 3 minutes to give, and then the
Yeah.
superintendent will answer questions.
Right, so let's talk as a community.
We've had many of those opportunities, so we've already gone into closed session, correct?
Okay, so you declined our question.
We're-
Yes,
Just
our
at this
question.
time.
Thank you.